like to welcome us into the fire, the midfield clearance player, ball magnet, giver from West Perth, young drafty hopeful, Kane Bevan. Nice to meet you, Kane.
LJ, thanks for having me, mate.
It's a pleasure. I love the size that you bring. Have you always been tall? I also love to see if you played any other sports growing up.
Yeah, growing up, I always have been one of the taller blokes, especially playing footy. My younger days used to play a little bit in the ruck and then key forward. So, yeah, I suppose my size has always been a part of my game and something I'm used to. Other sports, so I used to play a bit of basketball growing up. So, yeah, in my younger days, it was footy and basketball. So, yeah, those two sports, I love them.
Yeah, so I'm guessing you're pretty good at basketball then.
I used to be all right back in my day when I used to play a little bit, but yeah, a bit rusty nowadays.
In 2021, you were selected in the Western Australia in under 17 and under 19 squads. That is huge, mate. What was it like, particularly going up against those guys who were in their draft year? Also playing with the likes of people like Jaya Miss in the older age group.
Yeah, obviously, any chance you get to represent your state is a huge honour. So, yeah, that was unreal for me to both play in the 17s and then that 19s game as well. Yeah. As you said, to play in that 19s game at Optus Stadium before the grand final alongside those blokes that you named was an unreal experience for me. And, yeah, just to play along blokes of that calibre and to see them get drafted and watch them this year, it's been unreal. So, yeah, super cool experience.
Yeah, sounds like a dream, mate.
Yeah, for sure.
You're the captain of the West Perth Colts. That's a big pat on the back. Have you always been the leadership type? Such a great attribute to have.
Yeah, obviously to be the skipper of the Colts group's really, really special for me. It's an honour and yeah, something you don't take lightly. So super proud to have that title, I suppose. But I probably haven't always been the best leader. I reckon I'm a pretty quiet bloke. That's just part of my nature. Just not the loudest bloke out there. But going into this year, I really wanted to make an emphasis to work on my leaderships and then, yeah, hopefully drive the group into this year being one of the older blokes now. So, yeah, I think that's definitely a part of my game that's improved. And, yeah, obviously I earned that respect from my teammates as well. So, yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that is good, mate. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I've really seen your ability to impact in the forward half lately, really influencing the scoreboard. Is it something you've concentrated on more this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think probably the first few games of this year, I probably struggled to do that a little bit. Probably in my junior days, I used to play up forward and used to have that really strong scoreboard impact and damage on the game. And I think, yeah, just over the last few weeks, I've played some really good footy, and I think I'm at my best when I am pushing forward in the front half and being really damaging with the ball. So, yeah, that's definitely a part of my game that's been really good to see over the last few weeks.
Yeah, you are playing super well, Matt. Now, the other thing you do really well is to put pressure on, and I love the way you tackle. At 192 centimetres, what a great trait. You love the physical side of the game, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. I suppose at my size, I just, yeah, love the contest, love cracking in. Lane tackles, I just love that side of the game. And yeah, it's always a part of your game you can continue to improve on, and that's something I look to try to continue to improve on as well.
Yeah. Your last game in the Colts, you had only one possession. Now, seeing a 30-game sort of guy, I'm presuming you got injured. What happened, mate, and how are you now?
Yeah, only had the one handball against Subi, so yeah, a bit of a rough day. But yeah, like you said, did my ankle unfortunately about 3 minutes into the game.
Oh.
It was pretty sore at the time, but it's not feeling too bad now. Hopefully I can get up for the weekend. Big final on the weekend, so hopefully I can get up for that. But yeah, we'll just sort of see how it goes, see how it's feeling come the end of the week and make that decision, I suppose.
Yeah, I've got my fingers crossed for you, mate.
Yes, thank you.
You started this year like a bomb, just racking up the disposals for fun. Was there talk at any stage of going up against the bigger bodies, maybe in the reserves?
Yeah, obviously, I was pretty happy with my start to the year. Yeah, it's good to sort of start such a big year off on a good note. I think the plan was like maybe to go up and try play a bit of senior footy after the state games, but unfortunately had a little bit of an interrupted state carnival, so that didn't really eventuate. But yeah, I suppose with the obviously going into in your draft year, you like to try get up and play senior footy, especially league footy. But our club's going all right at the moment in all grades, so I suppose you don't really have to fix what's not broken. So yeah, I'm happy staying down with Colts and hopefully pushing deep into finals with them now.
Yeah, that is true, mate. Unlike most players, you actually started as a defender and transitioned into the midfield midway through last year. What made that happen? Because someone needs some credit here.
Yeah, like you said, I used to play. Yeah, I played a bit all over the place in my Colts days. So first Colts year, I played back, like you said, and then started last year, I played a little bit forward, and then yeah, just my Colts coach about probably only 3 or 4 games into last year came up to me and said there's talks between him and the state coaches that they might want to try me in the midfield. It was a little bit of a surprise to me. Hadn't really played there at all in my junior days or anything. So yeah, but it was. I like to think it was not a bad call from the coaches. But yeah, I was super happy to get in there and try something new. And yeah, super keen to just keep working on my craft in there now.
Yeah, you might owe him a present, I reckon. Let's tell everyone what they get from you. A nice size mid, so clean in the contest, and a contested beast. A tackle machine who loves to win his own ball. A clearance player who gains quick meterage. Most of all, you can play back and go forward and kick goals. The most versatile player possibly in this year's draft. What do you want to focus on as an area of improvement?
Yeah, I think something I probably haven't shown as much of this year is sort of my outside game. So yeah, everyone knows that I can get it done in the contest and win that contested footy. But something I'm trying to work on is my spread from the contest, spread from the stoppages, so I can really get on the outside in some space, use my skills by hand and foot, and yeah, I think that can add even another component to my game where I can be even more damaging. So that's probably one thing I could work on, Matt.
Yeah, awesome. You came third in this year in the Colts Best and Fairest. Second year in a row, by the way. I know individual accolades aren't what people play for, but you have to be happy with what you did with your year.
Yeah, I've been, obviously pretty lucky to win those 2 individual awards, which, like you said, it's not the reason you play footy, but it's also nice to sort of get those little achievements along the way, I guess. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with my first 2 Colts years. And, yeah, hopefully I've gone all right again this year and see how we go. So, yeah.
Oh, you certainly have that. WA didn't have the tournament. I'm sure you were hoping they had, but it's still cool to play in. How did you feel your champs went?
Yeah, like you said, as a team, didn't really play the footy that I suppose we wanted to. Obviously, only winning the 1 game. Personally, my carnival was a little bit interrupted. So I played the first couple of games. And yeah, I played okay. I was sort of playing a little bit out of position because we were down a couple of tall forwards through injury and suspensions and stuff like that. So I sort of had to go forward and try to strengthen up that a little bit, I suppose, because I'm a bit taller and have that sort of marking ability, I guess. And yeah, so I played those first 2 games, and then unfortunately, well, I suppose in the second game, I actually probably played with COVID because I flew back home from Adelaide that day, and yeah, did a rat test that night, and yeah, came back positive. So then, unfortunately, I missed the Vic Country game, which was the next week. And yeah, was looking to get up for the final game against South Australia, which was over here, just a couple of minutes down the road from me at HBF Arena. So yeah, I was super keen for that. And then unfortunately, the Friday night before the game, went down with a stomach bug. So yeah, missed that game as well. So a little bit of a frustrating carnival, but yeah, not much you can do about it now.
Oh, so you left us with COVID, mate.
Yeah.
Who was your toughest opponent in the champs?
Oh, I reckon my first game I played against Vic Metro when I went inside, sort of bodying up against guys like Will Ashcroft and Cam McKenzie. Yeah, those blokes are pretty good, and obviously Will Ashcroft probably be the number 1 pick this year, so it's hard. It's probably hard not to say him, I guess.
Yeah, Vic Metro are a pretty good side, aren't
Yeah, for sure.
they? Okay, so let's move to the combine. What are you best at, and what do you worry about the most?
So, well, we did a little combine at the start of the year, and probably a little bit surprising for my size and weight, but my best test result was probably the agility test. So yeah, hopefully I'll go all right again in that this year. And then yeah, no, we're not. I'm like to think I'm all right at the yo-yo test as well. So hopefully, and then the 2 kilometers will be a big one as well. So hoping to do well in those ones.
Yeah.
Something I could probably improve on. I'll probably try to work on my 20-meter sprint a little bit before the combine, get some practice in that.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully get the time down a little bit.
Awesome. I reckon you're going to do pretty well.
Right.
That's all right. What are you studying in university?
Yep. So just at first year uni at the moment. So yeah, studying exercise and sports science. So yeah, I've started that. So yeah, really enjoying it at the moment.
Become a PE teacher, are you?
Yeah, I could do. There's a couple of pathways I could go. That's definitely something that I might consider. So yeah, should be good if that's the pathway I want to go down.
Yeah. Some simpler questions. What AFL team do you barrack for?
I'm a West Coast man.
Or any reason behind that?
Just yeah, I suppose just going for them ever since I was little and just yeah, loved them then. And obviously last year was a little bit tough.
Oh yeah, it would have been.
Yeah.
If you had to pick an AFL player to chat to about developing your game, who would you choose?
Oh, one of my favorite players at the moment is probably Bontempelli. So yeah, it'd be hard to go past him. Yeah, great player. So yeah, I'd go him.
Yeah, he is good, isn't he? Oh, that might be a bit of an understatement.
Yeah, no, he's unreal.
Yeah. Is there a player in the AFL you model your game on?
Yeah, so try to model my game off a little bit Josh Dunkley like. Yeah, I think we sort of match up pretty similarly in our strengths. So yeah, he's probably one that I like to model my game off a little bit.
Yeah. Anything you like to do in your spare time?
Yeah, I have a few things I like to do when I get some spare time. I'm getting big into my golf now, so yeah, trying to have a hit when I can, and yeah, that's one of my hobbies now. Just love heading down to the beach when I can as well when the sun's out. And yeah, just really big into my sports as well. So I love watching the golf or the NBA or the whatever other sports are on the TV really. So yeah, those are a few things I like to do outside footy.
Yeah. All right. Talking of golf, if you play 18 holes of golf, what would it look like?
Probably would look great at the moment, mate. I think my mates would say it would look pretty average. Balls probably flying everywhere. But yeah, obviously I'm trying to get better and take a few strokes off the score. But yeah, at the moment it probably wouldn't look great.
That's right. It's going to get better, isn't it?
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah. Well, Kane, it was awesome to finally meet you after all these of following your journey. All the best for the rest of the year. Can't wait to hear your name called out on draft night.
Thanks a lot, mate. Thanks for having me.
Awesome to chat, buddy.
Cheers, mate.